Okay, positive and negative numbers, you need your notebook and 3 things out. First thing is the sheet from the document, okay? Next thing, I'm going to use it. You might not need this multiplication table, I just have it in case. And you're definitely going to need the number line to fully understand what's going on. Here's how the number line works. You got 0, start in the middle, there's your 0. And then you go the positive. And after 16 comes 17, then you move up here, keep going. Negatives go this way, after negative 16, negative 17, and so forth, okay? So this is 1-5. Okay, so split the paper, and we're going to teach you how to add and subtract positives and negatives. You might have learned this in middle school. I don't know with the shutdown. I know she's done it before, but with the shutdown, I don't know. 4 plus negative 3. Okay. Use a number line. This is easy. Okay. A problem like this is 4 plus negative 3. So 4 is your starting number. Then when you're adding a negative, you go this way to the left. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 1. You don't go to the right because that would be 4 plus regular 3. 4 plus negative 3 means we back it, go the opposite way. Negative 6 plus 9. So negative 6, find where that's at on the number line. That's your starting point. And then we're adding 9, but 9's a positive, so we're going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 3. Some of you might be able to do this in your head. That's fine. Okay. Negative 6 plus negative 8. So you start at negative 6, and we're adding a negative, so we travel left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So negative 14. Because if you have a negative, you add another negative, you just get deeper into the negatives. That's how you see how that works when you use a number line. Okay, this is a typo here. This is supposed to be negative 9 plus negative 3. It shouldn't have been equals. So it's like the last problem. You start at negative 9 and you're adding negative 3. So you're adding a negative. 1, 2, 3. Negative 12. Okay, it's 17 plus negative 28. I'm going to do some traveling. So we start at 17, which is here. Okay. Or no, positive 17's up here. These are all negatives. These are all positives. So find positive 17, and you go to the left 28 places. No, there's no left, so you move down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. We end up at negative 11. Okay, negative 2 plus 7. So we start at negative 2. We're adding 7, but it's positive 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're at 5. Alright, negative 9 plus negative 2. So I start at negative 9. To add a negative 2, we go 2 to the left. 1, 2, negative 11. Okay, now when you got decimals, I would recommend you just use your calculator. 5 plus negative 0.7. I only want this done on decimals and maybe fractions, we'll see. Decimals and fractions, you can use this. If it's whole number integers, I want the number line. Okay, 4.3. Now there are rules you can use for this, but people get really confused when memorizing all of them. You can see how it works better with the number line. Okay, now we have fractions. 1/2 plus negative 7 over 2. Now the nice thing about this fraction is the denominators, the bottoms, are the same. So your answer is going to have 2 under it. And then you just take 1 plus negative 7. So I start at 1, adding negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's negative 6. Now last thing, we know 6 divides by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, so we need to write that as negative 3. If it divides evenly. I'll accept either one of those. Either one of those are fine. Either one of those are fine for now. Either one of those answers. Okay, how about this next one? 7/9 plus negative 5 over 12. Now you have a little problem here. These are not the same like they were over here. So what you need to do is go off this side. You need to get common denominators. Put 7 over 9, 5 over 12. For those of you that don't remember how to do that, this is what the multiplication chart is for. Okay? Look at those two numbers, the bottom numbers. Those are the key. Start with your highest one and go into the row of 12. Well, the first multiple of 12 is 12. Is 12 a multiple of 9? No, it's not. Then 24, is that a multiple of 9? Nope. 36, is that a multiple of 9? Cha-ching, there it is. So we need to make new fractions with 36 on the bottom. So again, let's reiterate how we got 36. So 12 is a multiple of 12, it's not a multiple of 9, no. 24, that's not in 9's row. 36, that is in 9, that's why I'm using 36. So now I also have to change the tops, okay? So 9 times what number is 36? We'll go find 9, 36, look up, and it's 4, okay? So we would times the 9 by the 4 to get to 36, and 7 times 4 is 28, okay? Now 12 times what's 36? We'll go into 12's row, 36, 3. So we need to multiply 3, and we also need to multiply that top 5 by 3. So 12 times 3, and then 5 times 3 is 15. So now change the problem. This fraction now is 28 over 36. This fraction now, the negative is still there, and that's 15 over 36. So now the point of that was now the bottoms are the same, 36. And now I just take 28 plus negative 15. So I would start at positive 28, these up top's the positive, and I'm adding negative 15, so I want to go left, I want to get smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 13 is where we're at. Now, if you really have to, with the fractions, you can use your calculator, like on this problem here, 1/2. So punch in 1/2, you click 1, and then click this ABC button, okay? Second column, third button down. Hit it, 1/2. Plus negative 7 over 2. So negative 7, I go negative 7. Same key. It's ABC over 2. And I got negative 3. And that's the same as negative 6 over 2. Now over here, 7/9, 7, ABC 9. Plus negative 5, get that negative in there, ABC 12, 13 over 36. On decimals and fractions, you can use the calculator, okay? I just wanted to show you remind you how to get a common denominator. Look in the rows to find your denominator, then you have to multiply and all that. Now the game changes on the next problem. We have negative 13 minus 7. Now all these problems up here were addition problems, okay? What we're going to do on finding the difference is turn it into an addition problem. The sign in the middle of the numbers, when I see a minus, I'm actually going to make it addition, okay? Here's how you do this. As long as a negative doesn't come after the minus sign, because right there's, I'll circle the minus, there's no negative after, it's just a 7. Make it plus, and then the 7 becomes negative. You have to change two things. First that to a plus, then afterwards to a negative. So we now have negative 13 plus negative 7. Now I can use my number line. So negative 13 adding negative 7, left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, negative 20. Okay, next problem. Negative 36 minus negative 12. So there's the minus sign. I'm going to do the same thing, but here I went plus and then made a negative sign. Well, I'm going to go plus, but when there's a negative after it, that goes plus as well. Okay, you're either going to go plus negative, plus make your own negative, or plus plus. Okay, so negative 36 plus positive 12. You got to fix your subtractions to use your number line correctly. So negative 36 is down here, and I'm adding a positive 12, so I need to move to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, negative 24. Okay, next problem. Negative 7 minus negative 5. There's a subtraction. Okay, what are you going to do? You're going to go plus plus or plus negative? Well, there's a negative after the minus, so that makes a plus plus. So it's negative 7 plus positive 5. So negative 7's here. I'm adding a positive 5, so I go 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'd be negative 2. Okay, next problem. Negative 2.5 minus 17.8. Now, I know these are decimals. I still want you to get familiar with switching the subtraction. You have a minus, there's not a negative after it, so it's plus negative. So I'm guessing it's around negative 19 something, because if I'm at negative 2, I go 17 places left. It's going to be around negative 19. Remember, when you run out of room to the left, you move down. When you run out of room to the right, you move up. I'll use my calculator though. Negative 2.5 plus negative 17.8, negative 20.3. Okay. All right, 3.5 minus 1.9. Okay, you got the minus, go plus, negative. Okay, so 3.5 plus negative 1.9, 1.6. Okay, and then we get some fractions. 7 over 16 minus negative 1/2. First off, switch that minus sign. There's a negative after it, so that's plus plus. Now again, those denominators are not the same, so I come over here and line them up. Or over here is fine too. 7 over 16, probably over there so it doesn't go against the spiral. 1 over 2. So these are the numbers we're looking at. Go to your 16. Go to the row of 16. Here's 16. Now go to the row of 2 and see if 16 is there. Yes, it is. Okay. So I have a 16 here, and up in 2's row I have a 16. So 16 is my common denominator. So that means the top one won't change because it's already a 16. Now to change the top here, 2 times what is 16? Okay. Well, I think it's 8, but let's make sure. 2, 6, yep, 8. So I times the top by 8, and 1 times 8 is 8. So I rewrite the problem, 7 over 16 plus positive 8 over 16. So we have 16 on the bottom, because that's my common denominator, and then 7 plus 8, that's simple math, that's 15. There's no negatives involved. Alright, next problem, let's get a split. Okay, now we have some expressions to evaluate. A minus B plus C. A equals negative 3, B equals negative 6, C equals 5. So A, you're going to have negative 3. Minus B, you're going to have negative 6. Circle that minus. Plus 5. Fix that minus right there. There's a negative after it's plus plus. You can do this all at the same time. So you'd start at negative 3. Then 6 is positive, so you travel 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're at 3. Then you travel 5 further to the right because it's positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 8. That's the answer. Okay, next one, negative A plus negative B. A is negative, same substitutions unless they give you different numbers. So A, well, we have a negative. We have a negative 3. I'll tell you what to do about the double negative in the front here in a second. Plus, negative, and then B is negative 6. When you have double negatives in front, it goes plus, 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 plus. Okay, same as it would with a minus followed by a negative. The double negative in front just goes positive. So it's 3 plus 6. Positive 3, positive 6. I mean, I'll use a number line, but come on, man. You're adding a positive 6. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Takes you to 9. Okay, and the last one of these, negative B plus A minus C. Again, A is negative 3, B is negative 6, C is 5. So negative B, you got negative 6. Make that plus, plus, then plus. A, you have negative 3, minus, and then C, you have 5. Okay, so between these we have addition. We need to fix that minus sign there, okay? Well, there's no negative after it, so we'll just go plus, negative, okay? Again, when the negatives after your minus, you always make the minus a plus. If there's a negative after, it's plus, plus. If there's not, it's plus, negative. You got to know the difference. Because when you subtract a positive number, it's like adding a negative. When you subtract a negative, it's adding a positive. But that's confusing to remember. So just know those two rules. If there's a minus with a negative after, it's going plus, plus. If there's just a minus with no negative, plus, negative. So we're going to start at positive 6. We're going to go 3 to the left and then 5 more to the left because these are negatives. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So negative 2. Okay, then we're going to get into some story problems, but they're not very hard. The temperature starts at negative 3 degrees. It rises 4 degrees, so that would be plus 4. Drops 6 degrees, that would be minus 6 then. So we're going to go plus, negative there. And then it rises 2 degrees, so plus 2. So we start at negative 3. Go 4 to the right because you're at positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4 takes us to 1. Then we're adding negative 6, so 6 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 5. Then we're adding 2, which is a positive, so 2 to the right takes me to negative 3. Okay, in an atom, a proton has a positive charge, one electron has a negative charge. If an atom has 25 electrons and 15 protons, find the charge of an atom. So 25 is electrons. Now electrons have a negative charge, so it's negative 25. Plus, and then 50 protons, well those have a positive charge, so it's 15. So negative 25 plus 15. So negative 25 down here. Now we're adding positive 15, so we're going to the right and then up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's negative 10. Okay, then our last problem. Use a table to find the overall golf score. Okay, I'll write this down here. So okay, now in golf, if the hole is a par 4, you have to make it in 4 or under, okay? If you go over, then that 6 is 2 over 4, okay? It's 2 over 4. So we start with a 2. Now, the next hole had a par 4. They're under it. It took them 3 to make it, so they're under it this time. They're under by 1, so it's plus. Since they're under, it's plus negative 1. Here, I'll write them in here. So this guy here is 2 over because he's over. Here he's under the 4 by 1, so negative 1. Here he's right on it, so we're going to use 0. We're just going to eliminate that then when keeping track of our score. And the par's 5, he made it in 3 strokes, so it took him, that's less, by 2. Okay, so we have 2 plus negative 1, and we can forget about the 0, plus negative 2. So 2 plus negative 1, 1 to the left, 2 to the left, negative 1. Okay. And there's your assignment. You're going to use your textbook for this one, page 34. Okay. Remember, I want number line used for the integers. Only decimals and fractions, I want you to just rely on the calculator.